Hello folks and welcome to the Vertigo Tea Party, and let's try Never-Ending Nightmares. It is going to be available on Windows, Linux, Mac, and Ouya. You can also vote for it on Steam Greenlight. There is a Kickstarter running right now. It has a $99,000 goal. It's actually well on its way to getting there, but it ends September 29th, which is actually very close to when I'll be putting this video up. You can reserve a digital copy of the game for $15. There will be a link below to the Kickstarter, below the video, to check it out. There's also a demo available on the Kickstarter page, which is actually what I am playing now. So if you don't want spoilers, I will probably be stopping shortly before the end, but it is a pretty short demo. Again, keep in mind this is early development. So let's go ahead and get started, and I'll explain the game a little bit more. That's just kind of the general disclaimer. These are the controls. As you can see, not a lot control-wise going on. Now, first thing, obviously, it's going to stick out is the art style. I really like this art style. I like the simplicity. I also like how the interactive objects are the only ones that are colored. As you can see, there's some blood in the sink. You can't interact with that, though. That's just showing you that, yes, it is, in fact, blood and not spit, snot, or anything else that you might find in your sink mysteriously. Now, I'm going to talk a bit about this game as I play it, because there's a little bit of downtime as you're walking around where not a lot's going on. It's supposed to be creepy, of course, but I kind of have a very short time to describe the game, so I want to use that to do that. As per the Kickstarter page, it's a psychological horror. It's inspired by the developer's personal battle with OCD and depression. It's also, there's going to be a lot of choices that you make in the game that are going to have effect on things that happen, as well as the ending that you get. For the most part, you're going to try to avoid any kind of confrontation. We don't want to walk into the dark there for multiple reasons, partially because you will die. Well, you won't really die. One other cool thing about this game is that when you get hit or do something you're not supposed to, there are checkpoints of a sort, so you don't get punished severely for that, so that's kind of nice. As you can see, these boards are colored, so we can obviously do something with them, but I can't do anything just yet. So let's continue exploring this creepy house. The idea is that you are in a nightmare, but you're in nightmares within nightmares. Yes, very much, or somewhat reminiscent of things such as the movie Inception. Wow, I almost totally forgot. I am going to be quiet during times just so you can kind of hear the atmosphere, hear the noises. Wonderful. Everyone loves eyeless dolls. Great, what a wonderful cuckoo clock. A guy getting decapitated. Who wouldn't want that for their living room? Oops. Now, this game is going to be built for multiple playthroughs. So one playthrough, again, according to the Kickstarter, will probably only take you about 2 to 3 hours. But, great. Somebody outside. I'd much rather than be outside than inside. But the idea is that you can complete the game relatively quickly, at least the first time, 2 to 3 hours. But you'll go back to try different things to see what kind of different outcomes. And the developer mentioned that the only way to truly know what's going on is to play the game multiple times and to put the various pieces of the puzzle together. Now, I will say I wish there was more interactables. Again, obviously this is a very early build, but like, for example, I'd love to know what this letter is. Like, why is it even there? So like, I'm like, oh, I want to read that, but I can't read it. There's a sewing room with skulls on the walls. That's great. You can play this with the controller if you would like, or the keyboard. Don't think it's really going to matter, to be honest, with the controls being as simplistic as they are. Oh, there's a little girl with Slender Man. That's wonderful. He just wants to be loved, just like everybody else. Okay, let's get the hell out of here, because we can't see anything. I love these pictures of the vultures and Fidel Castro all over the wall. Who decorated this house, my god? Oh, hello, a candle. Now we can get to those dark places that we couldn't get to before. like in this room. My God, why have you forsaken me? Well, the very handsome young man looks very much like me, even wearing my really ugly pajamas. Unfortunately, he has a gaping chest wound. There's Fidel again. Always warms the home to see Fidel's smiling face. Never can tell if he's smiling under that beard. But I'm going to be a little bit more quiet during these coming parts so you can hear the sounds. I really like that rain effect. Luckily, our friends in the clock decide to stay inside now. I don't know how many times you can decapitate the same guy. I like the wood creaking as you're walking. I like the ambient noises. I really like the noises in this game for the sounds in this game. Okay, so now we can go downstairs into the area we could not go before because it was too dark. Okay, let's go ahead and pick this axe up with the fresh coat of red paint on the front. How strange. Must have been cutting up a barn. That's fine. And we were walking through the darkness as we should not have been. Oh, and how odd, our axe is right here. So, now that we have this painted red axe, we can now go to cut down those boards that we found to the right-hand side and find out what's inside of that room. I really don't like how the darkness is like encroaching on us behind, like how it's like stepping, and I don't mean that from a technical perspective. I mean that from for some reason that's creepier. It's almost like the darkness is walking towards us. You can also hear chains. And if you're not really catching the creepy vibe just from watching this, it's definitely better when you're playing it, which I know should seem pretty self-evident, but... Alright, now we can see what's inside that room. Except, I'm not going to. I want you guys to pick up this demo and play it for yourselves so that you can really get a feel for it and then decide if you want to support it. So definitely, again, check out the Kickstarter for this. Again, the name of the game is Neverending Nightmare. The link is below the video. They do have a demo that you can try out. They're getting pretty darn close to their goal. So if you can support it financially, that's great. Or you can share the link to their Kickstarter or to this video, shameless self-promotion, to get the word out about this game. I think it looks really cool. I think the goal is really high, but hey, game development is expensive. I'm really hoping that they reach their goal. Also, vote for it on Steam Greenlight, which again will be linked below the video. Thank you guys for watching. As always, please comment on my videos. Let me know what you think of the game. Let me know if you've tried the demo. Let me know what you think of that. Follow me on Twitter, and I will see you next time.